Am I live? We're about to find out if I'm alive because YouTube was acting weird. And let's see if we're actually streaming or if YouTube is still broken. Or if I'm like the first guy out there streaming. Or if I'm like the first guy out there. Oh, am I? Or is YouTube still broke? It was working and then it wasn't. Chat's not working. Let's see. Checking. Let's see. Checking. Let's see. Checking. Okay. That's working, but chat is broke. But I'm going to leave my stream up and use that to observe chat and see if that works. As if anybody's going to chat. All right. Thank you. Welcome to Coffee and Resales. It's Friday. I'm Ryan. YouTube was broke. I get stuff from yard sales, garage sales, thrift stores, and random other places trying to make a few extra bucks online. And today is like a random. Yesterday was Thursday, and I sold 7 things on a Thursday in the middle of the week. I don't know if this is a Christmas thing or what, but sales just kind of blew up yesterday. Over $200 in sales, which is a real good day for me. So that's what happened. So that's what we're going to go with. Is there a way to refresh that? Because I'm not going to refresh that. Anyway, nope. Okay. So if you're out there in YouTube land, this is the first stream since YouTube started working again after like an hour downtime for YouTube Studio. I'll claim it. Dibs. Any dang way. All right. On the sales. Let's jump into it and see what we sold here. All right. First up, they're all like good sales too. No like dinky stuff that I'm like going to make zero money on. I'm in Georgia, so Atlanta Hawks gear is pretty good. This hat went for $11 out the door. This I think this is, I'm not gonna say out of print, but this is sort of a unused. I'm not gonna say that they don't make this particular hat anymore, but they may not. I've got like another Hawks hat. So bucket hats are actually always sport hats. Bucket hats are always good grabs. I think I've sold every one of on eBay that I've ever put up. So any style, I want to say a long time ago now. I actually had a polo that sold for it was like a $50 hat or something. So that was a neat find back then. All right, up next, bumping up to $15. This is where is a couple of US KG socks for your golf clubs. These $15. I got these. I bought some sort of store display golf bag. I wanted to take a chance on it. Unfortunately, it sold to somebody in California, and I made it was like a $150 bag that shipped for like $100. I almost didn't make any money on it. But these were in there. These and one other golf sock. So this kind of helps me come out ahead on that one purchase. So those went for $15. There's a handful of golf socks that sell. So if you find them, then it's worth getting. So let's see this frame. Showing this frame of the frame. Reload frame. See if that works. I don't think it's going to work. Okay. Let's see. Is it still rolling? We're still rolling on eBay. We're still rolling on YouTube. So, all right. Next up, are we in the 20s? No, this is a fun find. $19 for these things still sell. Sony micro cassette 90-minute deals. Like even loose ones sell. But is $20 for this package. There's still a slew of unopened packages of these things on eBay. So find them for cheap, grab them. I got these for like $1 at a yard sale. So uh, that was a neat find. Micro cassette stuff still sells. I haven't found it. I don't think I've found a player in a long time, and this is the first micro cassettes I found in a while. But they're still out there and they still sell. All right, next up, this was a little bit of surprise. I grabbed just about all anime and manga T-shirts. This is from a show called ReZero, uh, or something like that. And this was, I think this is a rare one, or some sort of rare print. Went for $25 about 2 days after I posted. I don't even know if it was that long. And I got this at Last Chance Goodwill for $1, less than $2 at least on that T-shirt. So that was a real neat find. And glad to flip it quick, and that's always fun. All right, next up, $35 Algebra 1 Incremental. This is Saxon Algebra 3rd edition solutions manual. $35. All Saxon algebra. If you were private schooled at all, you know exactly what this is. Get everything. I mean, even first edition stuff still flips. There's still people that use a lot of it, and I think I've sold every Saxon math book I've ever come across. So I always grab this stuff. Solutions manual, clean. Is a little beat up on the back, but $35 for that. And this sold fast too, like less than a day, maybe less than 2 days or something. It sold really, really pretty quickly. All right, next up, two $60 sales. First is this batch of books by the Chronicles of the Apocalypse. There are 4 books, and this author Gadawa, stuff seems to sell okay. So 4 of his books for $60. Got these from a friend of mine who was just getting rid of stuff. So these are some sort of apocalyptic revelation fiction. Think Left Behind type genre. That looks a little more mystical in sense, but I read them. But they looks like they're really, really good condition. So those went really fast. And finally, and after this, I'll go over some of the buys I had. Are these? I got a full set of the X-Wing series. I don't think it's like 9. I think there's 10 of them, and I got 9 of them. And so that's what snagged. Had like 6 of them for sale at one point. And then yesterday, I met a guy who had 2 boxes full of Star Wars paperbacks. And I decided to take a chance for $50 or whatever, and I was able to actually fill out most of the X-Wing set. And these are good sellers. I sold a full set last month before, for like almost $80. I think for the full set. This is 9 of the books went for $66. So this is a real good find and a real good pickup. And I got a bunch of other. I think there's going to be 2 that are going to be decent sellers. I got the Young Jedi Knights. I think I got all of these, or it's all of them, or I'm missing just one from the '90s Star Wars paperbacks. That's going to be a decent seller. And I've got the New Jedi Order books. Most of those, I think those are going to sell decently as well. Like I said, but 2 boxes full of them. Another fun find for those of you who are 80s kids, you may or may not remember these, but these are called Constructs. These are actually always hold a real fond memory in my heart. This was a building set with connectors and beams and connector sort of building set that you can make a bunch of different stuff out of. I loved them because they went really well with GI Joes. They scaled up really well with that size of action figure. So that was always neat, and so that was a real fun find at a local thrift store. It's not going to be a big seller. That bag may be like I put it on Facebook marketplace in a couple. I'm gonna try that in a couple of groups for $30, and we'll see how that goes. So uh, so we'll go with that. Let's see if I can get this frame to refresh. Reload frame. Nope, still there. Chat looks like it's broke. So if those couple of you that are out there, I'm reading chat. If you're trying to chat, I'm reading it on like the regular YouTube screen and not my streaming box here. But nobody's trying to chat yet either. So let's see what else we got. Anything else fun to flip? Nope. I'm heading out to the flea market tomorrow. Probably it's supposed to be a nice day with kids. Gonna have a lot of toys, a lot of jackets. We'll see how that pans out. But I've got a bunch of stuff going to try and get rid of out there. Don't have a lot of Hot Wheels this time, but I think I'll be able to make up for it with a bundle of other toys and some other stuff. So, one more find that you need. It's a little bit of a bolo that you all need to keep an eye out for. That right there. This is a Texas Wear confetti melamine bowl. Different colors range from this to a more pinkish. I don't know if there's any greens out there. Sort of a 1950s, 1960s melamine. It's actually a really good bowl. But like all things melamine, you can't put it in a dishwasher. But this, I think we had a bowl once and it worked well until it cracked. Because if they land wrong on tile, they will break. But this is a real fun find. This is a $30 to $40 bowl. So keep an eye out for 1950s melamine stuff. Some of it is worth decent amount of money. And this was a real fun find. I was about to walk out of Goodwill with I was about to just have nothing at Goodwill that day, and then they rolled one of the carts out, and they let thankfully they let people kind of nose through it a little bit before they put stuff on the shelf, and this was on top, and I was like, ooh, for like $3. So this will be a $30 sale. It's a real fun find. So that's what you need to be out for. So that's my bolo. So anyway, like, comment, subscribe if YouTube survives this, and I'll hopefully maybe catch you Monday with either some finds or some good news or one way or the other. So y'all be good.